Hey guys, it is January. If you are looking for a pick a card reading that is going to help you prepare for the next month and start your year out right, I have you covered. Hey guys, if you haven't met me yet, I am Leesa. I'm a certified tarot consultant whose goal is to help you leverage the power of the tarot to gain insights into yourself and make your life amazing. And here on this channel, I do pick a card readings, meditations, tarotscope readings, and today I have a month ahead reading for you for the month of January. If you do not already have a tarot journal so that you can record these month ahead readings, January is a great time to start. If you do have one, go ahead and grab that. Let's get jumping right into it. So if you're new to pick a card reading, guys, understand that by nature, there are more general reading done for the collective, but if you ran across this video, then this is definitely for you. I'm going to ask for you to, in just a couple of minutes, tap into your intuition. So take a couple of quick seconds here to slow your breathing, get really comfortable, and sort of get into that kind of spacey headspace, and that's going to help you out. So it is January, and we are looking at the start of a new year, and I know for me it's all about launching new yearly goals. I always start mine in January, so for me, I really wanted to take some time for this particular reading to help you guys find a way to really jumpstart things and find a way to start preparing for the month of January and for the new year, and try to leave some things behind. So that is really what our focus is with this particular reading. So we're going to see what we can find here today. All right, so hopefully you have slowed your breathing. Okay. And I'm going to show you in just a quick second 3 different items, and you are going to take a look at those items and decide which one speaks to you today. By the way, guys, if you're excited about this, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It really helps out quite a bit. And let's take a look. So the first item I have 3 different burn bundles today, guys. These were all gifts that I received last month, and they were made from actually the same person that makes this one that I use in most of my videos. She also gifted these to me. So this is a burn stick that is just simply kitchen sage. This one is rosemary and mugwort and sage. And this one is yarrow and clover and rose. So take a deep breath in and out. And this is burn stick 1, 2, 3. Decide which one speaks to you. Okay, and I'm going to include the timestamps for those. So I'm going to start with burn stick number 1. If you decided to go with that one, you're just going to continue watching. If you pick 2 or 3, you're going to go ahead and jump to that chapter in the video, and I will see you there. Okay, so if you picked burn bundle number 1, then this reading is for you. And taking a look here, we get the World card, so in this deck, guys, this card is all about expanding your horizons, about taking a look at what's out there and deciding how you can expand further, which I think is a great card as we are taking a look at the month of January. So how can you move ahead? How can you move forward? How can you, bring more richness into your life while, expanding your horizons and the things that you see around you. So that's kind of the first overall piece that I'm seeing for you. So, guys, I have 3 different decks here. I'm going to be doing as quick as I can make it, spread for you. We're going to start by looking at some of the energies that are sort of surrounding you in the month of January, some of those things that you kind of have sort of under the surface that can help you prepare and prepare for a new year and prepare for a great January. So let's start there first. So, okay, great. So a wonderful start actually to January. So I'm seeing for most of you, kind of the energy surrounding you internally, it's actually very carefree. There's something this month that is about being social or being connected with people, maybe in a way that you haven't done in a while, or something that you're really looking forward to. And that's actually combined with this feeling of really kind of getting things done. Externally, there's a lot of energy around you that is going to allow you to really be able to move ahead, get things done in your personal life, get things moving forward. So that's a fantastic set of cards just to start out. Wanted to look at what is something that you have kind of passively sitting there that you could actually, oh wow, look, the world showed up. Again, that's so much fun. What do you have sort of passively moving under the surface right now that you could really more actively tap into to help you prepare better? And I'm getting sort of this double message with the world here, guys. Look at this. I mean, this is just simply saying to me, expand your horizons. This one is. But then when we put this on top of it, given the meaning of what this position is, it is telling me, for you, how have you already started to expand your horizons? How have you already started reaching out into other aspects of the world around you that are expanding beyond yourself? What are you doing in your larger community, in your family? Take a look at some of those more regional pieces. What have you done, and what can you do to expand upon those things? Okay. Now, what do we have from December that we want to go ahead and continue to pull forward into January? So, guys, the sun is, so far, everything looks really positive. So the sun is all about supportiveness, feeling supportive, really happy. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of happiness. So whatever happiness and joy that you had from December, you need to go ahead and pull that forward into January for you. Especially anything, not just happiness, but happiness that was being supported by those around you. And the great thing is if this is December and this is January, look at how we're seeing that joy just kind of move from one to the other. So definitely think about, what did you have in December that made you happy? What brought you joy? Who supported you? What systems in your life supported you? You want to focus on bringing those ahead and making sure that you keep those structures in place. Okay. Now, let's take a look at what is your number one opportunity this month, and what can you do to a little bit more actively get things ready for this month. So number one opportunity for you. Okay, Two of Swords, but reversed. So interesting here. So I think in my mind, January is always a time of new beginnings, but for you, January might be, it could be an ending of something, or it could be the beginning of something. You're really looking at making a decision here. So making a decision to act and move ahead, or making a decision to end something, but something where maybe you were struggling with trying to make a logical or rational decision about something, having a more difficult time with it, making up your mind. Your number one opportunity for this month is to be able to finally make a clean decision on whatever that was and be able to move ahead. Really, really active thing that you want to do to prepare for this month and prepare for, the year ahead. Wow, active. Okay, so this is, the Lovers reverse, guys, is all about being willing to kind of break ties, not just with people, but with things that you have enjoyed in the past that maybe don't fit you anymore. So really be introspective this month. What have you been carrying around from year to year to year to year that maybe you feel like you've done always, so you feel like you need to keep doing, or you feel as though it's something you're obliged to do, but it doesn't make you happy, right? So is there something that you can release or delegate? That's your number one focus. I remember it's asking you to, really expand forward. How can you maybe make room for those things in your life by releasing things that are not helping you, any longer, things that are not being helpful. We're going to hold off on this card. I'm going to do that at the end. Right now, guys, I want you to think about the 5 people that you spend the most time with, or 5 people that you're really close to in your life right now. They're going to come up here in a position. All right, but we're also going to take a look at the energies that you need to pull towards you and to push away. Okay. So energy to pull towards you. Interesting. 10 of Rods, another 10 cards. So we had, I thought I saw a 10. Maybe I didn't. Nope, I'm just imagining things. All right, so the 10 of Rods, I'm sorry, this is not the energy to pull towards you. This is the energy to push away. So guys, the 10 of Rods oftentimes, is about, being in a situation where you have taken on a lot of burdens or responsibility and perhaps being unable to move past those things. So once again, it could be digging and tapping into this. So what you want to do, I'm seeing once again this idea of unburdening yourself. How can you help to unburden yourself, prepare yourself for the best possible future, the best possible January? Pulling towards yourself, interesting, King of Rods, King of Wands. Okay, so, and here he is again. Wow, you're getting some doubles, guys. So the energy surrounding you this month, guys, is all about being able to take control, understanding what's around you in terms of this positive energy. This is really active energy. If you want to get stuff done, this is a great month to do it. So this is telling me that, push away things that are burdensome, that are no longer helping you, and pull in that mastery. Okay, just don't do stuff and be all over the place. Master those things that are around you. Master the things that are going to make you feel really good about what you're doing. All right, so hopefully you've thought about those 5 people that are closest to you. We're going to see how they're impacting you and how they can help you prepare. Okay, 6 of Coins. So the people around you, and this is a great card, guys, because it can be a very transactional card, but really the idea is that, everybody has a little something to offer, and they may have something to offer you, and in return, you may have something to give them in the future. So if you have to cash in favors this month to get where you need to go, or on the flip side, if you need to do something for someone, one of those 5 people, knowing that it will lead to something in the future, maybe they'll give you a favor in the future. That's kind of what this is looking at, looking to and here. It's a very transactional card, but that's not necessarily bad. Okay. Sometimes we can help people today and they can help us tomorrow. So moving ahead, when you look back at January, when you look back at this new start, 9 of Cups, what a beautiful, beautiful card. What a beautiful spread in general. The 9 of Cups, look at how happy and serene she is sitting there. It's like she has the whole world in front of her and everything she wants is right there. Look how much she has her stuff together. So when you look back at January, if you followed this advice of, being able to seize the energy and the power around you, breaking some of those ties, reaching out, unburdening yourself, you're going to look back and it's going to be like taking a big breath of fresh air. It's a fantastic, guys, this is a great spread. It's a great start to the month. I have one more card for you, something I want to kind of leave you with as we go into the month. So we are going to take a look at the Moonology Oracle. Slide to the end of the video. I've got the timestamp and I'll see you there. Okay, burn stick number 2. This is your reading. And the first message we get is Door to Spirit. So what a fantastic card, really uplifting card, given the fact that we're on the start of a new year. So this reading is mostly for January, but what it's telling me right off the bat, guys, is that you are going to have the opportunity to really tap into more of your spiritual side this year, whatever that means for you. Think about what that could look like, especially in the month of January. And, that's the first piece I'm seeing for you. Sorry, I just had to get a quick drink there. So you guys can see that I have 3 different decks here. We're going to do a reading for you, just kind of looking at how you can prepare for the month of January, and also looking into, just a bit setting yourself up for the new year. I always look at January as, that recharge, not recharge, excuse me, like that new jumping off point. So what can we do, looking at some of the energies around you, things that you've had in your past, people around you that are going to help you really move forward. So let's take a look. Let's look at the energy for January and see what we have. I love this because right off the bat, we have the Page of Cauldrons. And the Page of Cauldrons, guys, I think can fit really well with this concept of tapping more into that idea of being more spiritual or connecting more with the universe or God or, whatever calls to you. It's an excellent opportunity for that. It also is this idea of being, super creative and perhaps, tapping into that really, really creative side of yourself, especially when it comes to things that you just enjoy doing, very artistic things or music or anything that just really gets your creative juices flowing. Now, the world around you in the month of January, it may be asking you, it might be pushing on you a little bit. It might be asking, a lot from you in the month of January. So, just keep that in mind and be prepared for that, and just maybe block out some time every week or so to really focus on yourself and make sure that you're taking that time to yourself. Okay, now moving from December, I want to see kind of that energy that you had in December and what you can do kind of pulling that forward. Interesting. And you get the High Priest, but it's reversed. So what I'm seeing here, guys, is a lot of December for many of you may have been a time when, perhaps you, there's really two things here. So I'm getting two messages. For some of you, it was just a time when you were feeling spiritually disconnected. Okay, and this is the time for you to really start tapping back into that. For others of you, it's more about kind of breaking with convention and changing the way that you were doing things. And this is telling me that, whatever that was for you in December, keep that in mind and kind of move that ahead. So if it was breaking with convention, make sure that you're pulling that forward. If you were sort of struggling with the spiritual ideas or anything along those lines, it's asking you to keep those kind of thoughts and consideration in your head as you sort of forge a new path in January of this year. Now, taking a look at something that can help set you up that maybe is a bit more passive. Wow, more cups, guys. Okay, so you have had, what this is telling me is that, emotionally, creatively, spiritually, one of these different ways, you've had a number of things kind of buried inside that have just sort of been sitting there, ready to be released upon the world, but maybe, you just haven't gotten there yet. You may have had ideas that you have been planning on, slowly sort of getting ready to move forward. This is the time to work on those things, guys. This is the time to really move ahead with those. Let's take a look at what is your number one opportunity this month. What can you bring forward this month? What do you need to be really active on in regards to forging a new path, forging a new January, being really prepared? Okay. So number one opportunity for you this month. Wow, death, new beginnings, ability to start something new, ability to get away from things that aren't working, ability to turn over a new leaf. How many things do you have in your life right now that just need to be cut clean? Look at this. He's about ready to cut the cord. Okay, so anything that needs to be cut, anything that needs to be moved away from, this is the time to do so. Fantastic time of the year. What do you need to be more active on? Okay, great. So January is going to be a month for you to really look objectively about, what do you deserve? What do you need to get? What do you have coming to you? That sounds a little negative, but it's really about, you reap what you sow. So in January, I need you to be really active. Two things. Number one, what have you done in the past that maybe you have not received all of your all the benefits for, everything you should have? And number two, what types of seeds can you lay down now that you will be able to harvest, come December of next year? Okay, so that's what you need to be really active with. You've got, honestly, guys, you have some cards here, the Page of Cauldrons and Knight of Cauldrons, very interesting sort of emotional cards with a lot of creativity going on there. It doesn't necessarily speak to a lot of speed and action. So you are going to have to be really active in making sure. I have a feeling January could, potentially be one of those where if you're not paying attention, you're going to blink and it's going to go by because you just are not going to put a whole lot of active things in place. So make sure you're doing that. All right, so I have a card that's going to be for the 5 people you are closest to right now. So think about those people in your head real quick while I am getting these out. Okay. All right, so just a minute on that while you're still thinking about that, but let's look at what you need to push away from you. Energy to push away. Interesting, guys. I get the World card, and I actually got the World card in the first group as well. So I think the energy of this is just this big energy right now. But what this is telling me is, honestly, focus not on the, I don't want to say big picture things, but focus on your life. Focus on the things that you can change within you and within your family, in your immediate community. That's what you need to look at. You don't want to spend January focusing on things that are going to impact absolutely everything, or focusing on things that are too big. Focus on the things that are going to be, impactful to you and your immediate surroundings and family. And what you need to pull into yourself. This is interesting. Here's the cups. Again, okay, more cups. King of Cups, but reversed. So what this is telling me, guys, the King of Cups upright, oftentimes he can be really wise. He's also very comfortable sitting where he's at. So what I'm seeing here for you, King of Cups reversed, I need you to be a bit more reckless this month. This is the energy that needs to come your way. Keep that cups, excitement and sort of creative, spiritual, that side of things. Keep that there, but be more reckless with it. That's what this is telling me right here. We're going to save this one, by the way, guys. That's why I haven't flipped it. Thinking about those 5 people and how they can help you. More cups. This is crazy. Here's the Knight. Again. Okay. So here's what I'm seeing. I had mentioned to you that you have these things, internally that, you have ideas or passions that you are ready to release upon the world. And, they're there. You just have to think about getting them out there. I feel like these 5 people that you are considering, at least one of them has the ability to help get you moving along that path. And instead of you just sitting there and thinking about things, it's going to push you along the way to putting those things into fruition. So maybe consider which one of those 5 people can help you with, whatever project or creative pursuit or whatever that you're looking at. Now, let's look at the long term. When you look back on January, what is that going to look like to you in the long term? Wow, okay, Ace of Pentacles, but it's reversed. So here's a warning for you guys. Ace of Pentacles reversed is, to me, all about a missed opportunity, okay? So what this is telling me is there's a lot of passive energy here, okay? It's telling you, hey, please be more active, be more active. These are the things that it's telling you. If you are more active in breaking ties or turning over new leaves, seizing this energy that's around you, leveraging people close to you to help you move those things forward, planting seeds that are going to, be helpful for you in the future, this may end up being upright instead, and you may find an opportunity in the month of January. But for many of you, it's going to end up passing you by because for whatever reason, you're just going to let things sort of sit on the table, get distracted with something, and then it'll never come your way. So really be aware, be focused. If you're keeping a tarot journal, write that down. Just keep that in mind. Look at that every week. Hey, what am I doing? So that is what I'm seeing there. So a little bit of a warning, but the great thing, that's why we do these, right? You can really, counteract that. So I've got one more piece for you. One more piece for you out of the Moonology deck. I'm going to do that at the end of the video, so go ahead and move ahead to that. I'll see you there. Okay, if you chose the 3rd burn bundle, then this is your reading. And in this reading, we get the door to romance, but it is reversed, guys. So what that is telling me is that this month, the month of January, and as you are prepping to move ahead, it's telling me that, you need to focus on yourself and what you think you need to do. Do not let other people or, romantic ideas or romantic relationships get in the way of what you know is best for you. And so those are the things to kind of keep in mind as we are moving ahead. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look. I have 3 different tarot decks here. We're going to take a look at the upcoming month and how you can utilize the energy of January to really help you jumpstart your year. Oops. jumpstart your year. And by the way, guys, I know you didn't see it because it fell off camera, but I got the Lovers reversed, reminding you again, focus on what you know is right for yourself this month. Anyway, we're going to take a look at the month of January. How can you seize the energies kind of flowing around you? How can you best prepare for a really solid month and the year ahead? And that's what we're going to take a look at. Everything from, what is the, best thing that can happen to you, this month that you can seize, what, different people around you, what can you, really actively do. That's what we're going to see. But let's first take a look at the energy around you. Wow. Okay. Wow. Goodness. Okay, guys. So first thing I'm seeing here, number one, Queen of Cauldrons, Ace of Cauldrons, the idea of this suit in tarot and especially in the way that this deck portrays it, to me, is a lot about creativity, emotions, spirituality specifically. Okay, so what you have here kind of internally going on this month is the opportunity to really fill your own cup. Okay, whether that's emotionally or if you're a really spiritual person, this is a great month to start with that. And actually the world around you and the energies around you will be incredibly nurturing for those things for you. I'm seeing a lot of sort of spiritual filling. I'm seeing creative, whatever speaks to you more. If you're more spiritual, more creative, if you have an emotional connection right now that's really important, those are all opportunities for you to kind of fill up. Now remember, don't let this sort of sabotage things. Keeping yourself in mind first. Now let's take a look at December. Okay, so in December, guys, there was a lot of, I feel like a lot of you, there was sort of this waiting period going on in December. And so what I'm seeing for you, what I want you to bring into January is, what do you need to harvest? What do you need to cut away and just be done with from December into January? What did you have available to you that, now is definitely the time to harvest it and move forward from it. No more waiting, make a decision, or, cut something out of your life, whatever needs to be done. But now is the time to do that. Now, passively, oh wow, the Sun card. This came up in another one too, so this is great. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, guys, I wanted to find out what was sort of around you that would really passively help you set yourself up for a good year. And I'm getting the Sun card. And what that means, guys, this is a card of support. This is a card of often joy and happiness. So internally, or what you have already in your life, you have the structures there for you to be really, really successful. And that could be people, it could be your own personal structures, it could be your work, it could be your home, your family. But they're some of the best things that we're going to see moving forward for you. Goodness, moving into January, the structures are there. So make sure that you are leaning on that support. Okay, so let's look at some of the best things that, are potentially in store for you in January and what you need to do to be a bit more active to make sure that those things are happening for you. So number one best thing, let's see. 10 of Cups. Wow. Okay. I can see why this door to romance thing popped up. So, guys, when I see this, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be you just getting all starry-eyed about an idea or something in front of you. But I'm seeing a lot of cups are generally really, they're either, emotional or relationship connected, or like I said, they can be spiritual or, very creative. But the 10 of Cups, I mean, if this is the best thing that can happen to you this month, that's amazing, because of the 10 of Cups, look at how happy these people are. I mean, look, they even have a little cat down there. I mean, they're having a feast. They're having a wonderful day. So it's basically this concept of, feeling really fulfilled, incredibly fulfilled in the area of relationships or spirituality or creativity. So this is a month where you have the ability to potentially have some really amazing things manifest for you, which is a great thing to know. What do you need to do? Okay, Chariot reversed. Okay, so you are going, in order to make things work for you a little bit better, you're going to have to release and relinquish a little bit of control You are going to have to be willing to look at things from a different point of view. You're going to have to be willing to maybe pass over the reins to someone else so that they can make some decisions. Keep that in mind, guys. Remember, you do have a great support system, so make sure you are utilizing that. And we're going to hold on this one. While we're thinking about the support system, though, I want you to consider kind of the 5 people that you have in your life that you would consider to be your support system, or the people that you feel like you can most rely on at any given time. We're going to kind of see how they might be able to help you this month. Okay, we're also going to look at some of the things that you need to pull towards you and also push away. Okay. All right, so let's take a look first at those 5 people. Okay, so hopefully you've thought of those 5 people in your head. What can they do to most help you? Wow, okay, Ace of Wands. And so guys, these people, maybe all of them, maybe just one of them, they have the ability to really help you take whatever creative idea or whatever thing you have in your head and get it started, get it jump started. So, you know, whatever you were hoping to be able to move forward with, whatever's going to fill your cup, make sure that you are relying on those other people and finding a way for them to help you kind of move things ahead if you need that extra push. Now, the thing to push away from you, wow, it's interesting sometimes how things keep showing up repeatedly. This was in a different reading, but we have the Knight of Cups, okay, something you need to push away. And in this case, guys, especially given what I'm seeing here with these other cups, I'm seeing this as sort of this willingness to just kind of go with the flow and being a bit more passive about the things that are around you. And for some of you, this is going to be about speaking your mind and not keeping your emotions bottled up. But for a lot of you, I mean, look at his behavior. He's just sort of sitting there, this little kitty. He's leaning on one hand. He's like, meh. Do not be that person. Seize the energy of January. Be ready to move ahead full force, okay? What you want to pull towards you, we've got the 8 of Wands, but it is reversed, okay? So pull towards you, not just a reckless energy, a reckless movement. Make sure you have some sort of kind of orderly plan, being able to move ahead, maybe not as quickly as you can possibly go, but in a manner that's going to be right for you while still steadily moving ahead. Okay, so this is telling you it's not about a race. It's not about you being the fastest there. You might have to relinquish control a little bit. You might have to cut some things out of your life. Yes, you're going to have to jumpstart some things, but it's not about being reckless. It's not about being too fast. It's not about letting your heart get in control of your head. It's about, allowing things to move in a good order, but not letting them sit there and lag. And if you do all this stuff and you kind of look at these best practices, I guess, in this spread, then when you look back at January, wow, 10 of Pentacles, look at this, guys. These are 2 of the happiest cards in the whole deck. Look at that. So to me, guys, if you look back on January in 6 months or so, and you've really done everything you can to make this an amazing month using some of this advice here, when you look back, you're going to say, wow, I made the most of that. I had my support system around me. I was able to really cash in on a lot of the opportunities there. There are a lot of opportunities for you moving into the month of January. So definitely good to consider those things. Now, we're going to take a look at one last card using the Moonology deck. Stick around, guys. I'm going to have that in just a quick minute at the next timestamp. All right, so one last bit of guidance for you today. All of you have had readings regarding what you can do to best prepare for the year ahead and prepare for a great January. And I have one more bit of guidance from the Moonology Oracle deck. Just a reminder, guys, I do private readings. If you're interested, be sure to check out my website. You can book from there and reach out if you have any questions. Certainly subscribe so that you don't miss next month. Hopefully you are filling out that tarot journal and are using these insights throughout the month. And I'd love to see you every month. So, leave a comment below. Let me know what group you were and if you found this helpful. But let's take a look at the last bit of guidance for this month. And we get the card that embodies the concept of new moon in Pisces, and it is telling you to meditate and contemplate. So as you move into January, guys, take time to really think about what's important, about what will best serve you moving into a new year. I love Pisces. It's such a dreamy type of sign. And the new moon, to me, is always about, new opportunities and what can come around the bend. So meditate, contemplate, think about what would be best for you, what is in store for you, what can you manifest for yourself. Love all of those ideas. But guys, I appreciate it so much that you were here. If you haven't seen your tarotscope for the current season of Capricorn, make sure that you check that out. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in another video.